They were priests that were happy, they were joyful, but they also preached the gospel with great conviction. And all of those different things stirred my heart. I grew up in a Catholic family, so I'm from the Scanga Valley, and grew up in Sharpsville, Pennsylvania. My home parish is St. Joe's in Sharon, and so I was in Catholic grade school. I've been in Catholic grade school my whole life, up until a couple weeks ago, or not grade school, but Catholic school my whole life. And so really the experience of Catholic school, I think for me, was really formative in my faith. And through the times that I just regular times of prayer, going to Mass on Sunday, the experience of dedicated teachers that really had a great love for the Lord, but a great love for us, the kids that they taught. In all those different ways I encountered Christ. And especially I would say in high school, I really experienced conversion in my heart. I was sort of living a life that was maybe not glorifying God. And my faith really grew and opened up, especially as I encountered priests in my high school. And they were priests that were happy, they were joyful, but they also preached the gospel with great conviction. And all of those different things stirred my heart. And so as I encountered Christ, I began to pray. When I was in high school, I remember attending adoration, Eucharistic adoration. And I remember seeing the priest pray in front of the Blessed Sacrament. And he was praying out loud, and he was talking to Jesus as if he was really there. And he is really there. That's what our faith teaches us. But for me, I guess I never really saw that before. And it really struck my heart. And I remember thinking to myself, the relationship that this priest has with you, Jesus, that's what I want to have in my own life. And so that was, I think, a spark, among many other things. When I told my family and friends that I was going to seminary, they weren't surprised, in a way, because they saw, I think, the direction of my life, and I think they might have seen a vocation within me without even really telling me. But I was expecting and I've told my parents this, but I was expecting my dad to be maybe a little bit more hesitant and my mom to be really open, but it was actually sort of the opposite. My dad he was like, I'm proud of you, I'm very supportive. Mom was also very supportive, but she wanted some more grandkids, so, it's understandable. But all my family and friends have been immensely supportive in the past couple of years. And I never felt pressured. I never felt pressured to be priest. I always felt that I had the freedom to make a decision. So the formation process has been really a time of great grace. And I'm just immensely grateful for the past, for me, it's been about 6 years of seminary. And when I think back in these years, I'm just really grateful for all of the ways that I was able to grow in my faith and really to experience, I think, healing in my heart that I really needed from the Lord. And that, I think, came to me through just the regular practice of prayer that's in a seminary. Like, we have a schedule of prayer every day. We have daily Mass. They encourage us to make a holy hour every day where we're praying in front of the Blessed Sacrament for an hour. And all those different things, I think I grew in a friendship with Jesus. But those are the main things. But I've also made many friends as well. And to become good friends with brother seminarians from my diocese and also from other places across the country as well. We really do call each other brothers because we really have grown in a friendship that's pretty deep, that we call each other brothers. So, when I thought about being a priest in high school, I needed some time to really grow and discover that and to think about it more. I thought about going to seminary right away, but I wasn't really quite sure. And so I chose to go to college and to study psychology. And I was at a Catholic college, and I think during those 4 years of college, priesthood was on my heart, but I also wasn't sure. And for a time, I actually, went in different directions, and I thought about being a priest. Sometimes I also dated girls for a little bit and, was open to being married and pursued that for a time. But really, during those years of my life, I noticed within my heart that I wasn't fulfilled, and I also sensed that God kept gently putting on my heart to be a priest, just a little gentle invitation. And I think that was important for me to know that, like, Jesus invites us to do his will. He doesn't force us to do his will. And that was a really important piece for me. But over the course of those years and those days, I think really in prayer, there were a couple moments where I really felt the Lord called me to be a priest in pretty clear ways. And those were things that I couldn't deny. But I also felt that his peace was there. I noticed a peace in my heart as I started walking towards the priesthood again. And that peace has remained in my life. To any young man thinking about being a priest, I would say that the priesthood is a gift from God to the world. And it's a gift of a very special life, but it's really, it's about Christ. It's not about ourselves. And it's about Jesus. And it's a life of friendship with Jesus in a very particular way. And so I think for any man who's thinking about that, thinking about being a priest, I would encourage him to make a habit of praying every day, especially praying in the morning and in the evening, to never let a day go by without praying, to stay close to the Lord in the sacraments, especially in confession and going to Mass, and also to build good friendships as well. Think about how you can be a good Christian friend, a good brother to others, to lead them, and to persevere, not to get discouraged.